have Genevieve Fox.
Okay, thank you. So my contribution, Gridlock, is in 4 parts. The first is a short story, then an internet verbatim from a man who was in Sandy Lane Children's Home during the war. Then there's a fictional letter from a Grid 28 perimeter patrol guard. And finally, a lament for the gridlocked children by the Guildford Cathedral angel. I'm going to read the short story. Pilgrim Wood 28, latitude 51.2224998, longitude 0.596926778. The boy, crouching, waits. Any second now, the searchlights will move on. Upright, he is a cheater. Upright, Freddy 28 beats the other children in any race, or used to before. Heels braced against the wall, right knee on the ground, left knee at 120 degrees, hands shoulder width apart, grit denting his fingertips. Tonight, Freddy 28 is competing in a different kind of race and is not racing against anyone else. He's sure he can smell his prize even from here, and saliva pools in his surprised mouth. He has a way to go, 2 football pitches, then back again. In a few minutes, 3, possibly 4, the searchlights will be back. The yard, the scrubland beyond it where the lawns used to be, the perimeter fence, and his selfishness, all illuminated. Put the many at risk, children, and we will make an example of you. If the thermal camera detects human form, the strobe strikes. Flicker, flash, disco time. The child moves this way and that. Every night, the moon looks away, wonders how it got to this. On cue, the searchlight sweeps to the right, like a full skirt at a different kind of dance. The boy, uncoiled, flat, moves across the dirt in the direction of the stew, the timer ticking in his earpiece, to spring, stand, run as if the starter's order had been given and he is free to push off the block to victory, would be foolhardy. Freddy 28 cannot risk a shadow, and so he inches forward in a belly hover. Right hand, left foot forwards, left hand, right foot forwards, head snout leading. He pictures the saucepan, the spoon taped to the lid, a saucepan still warm. Last night, chicken. The night before, cow. Tiny potatoes, chunky carrots, a sauce or gravy. He forgets the exact words. He is running inside the memory of each night, of the midnight feasting. What the memory has conveniently put to one side is what had made him risk the dash to the edge of 28 in the first place. How the house mother had planted the seed of an idea. Any child found on or near the perimeter fence, she'd said at morning reflection, for whatever reason, will be dealt with as they always have been. Children have gone to the perimeter fence before then. But what for? What could have made the risk worthwhile? He moves quickly, possibly not quickly enough. He must return to the wall before the bleaching eyes expose him, the alligator boy, fancying his chances. After that, he'll leg it up to the dormitory and into bed, a couple of minutes, tops. If there's been a spot check while he's been out, well, he'll take whatever he gets. When he first got here, he'd never been in a children's home like it. Even the homestead didn't come close. Every child made to feel like they were here because they'd done something wrong, something criminal even. Outside was better. Outside, they were treated the same as any other child. They went to Pilgrim's Way School, into Grid 22 to use the leisure centre for swimming, to the sweet shop on Saturdays and twice a week, to the playing fields and the track. You could see the tower of the cathedral from there, and Freddy, as he was pre-classification, liked to see which way the golden angel was pointing. Wondered how she managed to point at all, with the mast sticking up her like that. Now no one can leave their grid, except the children during the transits. Sandy Lane's bursting at the seams. New children arrive every day. Children hated, feared, willingly handed over. Children live separately to adults, not counting the adults that run the children's centres. Freddie 28 would go back to the old days at Sandy Lane, no question. The announcement was made over the loudspeaker one day during rec. A new premier for the province, every grid under the province's jurisdiction, and every grid to be sealed off, with no intergrid travel or travel beyond Safe Haven 28, as his grid was to be known from now on. The entire region disappeared into a lie and a number. Night after night, he's been picturing the Golden Angel flying off and sounding the alarm, waiting for the rescue, or at least some blood and fire. You can leave your safe haven by being relocated. 4 of his friends were yesterday. He hopes they've gone to 17. Cherry trees in 17, or used to be. It was nice there. The food was ace, and there was loads of it. This morning, no one wanted to look at Jazz 28's empty place at the dining table. She's been taken to 37, the island. She'd scratched the warden during the count, apparently. They'd all joined the chant, sacrifice the one for the many. Then they watched from the window as she was taken away.
Genevieve has
Rabbit?
frozen my screen. You're back. Sorry.
A rabbit, a boot on dried shrub, right hand lowered, left foot forward and on. If Freddie 28 doesn't make it back in time, he'll also end up in 37. Put the many at risk, children, and we will make an example of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Genevieve. Yes, you froze at a really interesting point in the story, and I thought, oh, is she staying completely still? Is this part of the reading? So it didn't really work.